A village without a chief and Manchester United continue to flounder. This is Onside ZA, brought to you by Betway, where you get way more. Remember, if you do join as a new user on the Betway app, use the affiliate code Onside ZA, and it will really help us out a lot. Joining me on the show today, Mr. Len Moleko.
Yes, sir.
Tsepi, welcome, darling.
Thank you. Hi, darling.
And everybody's favorite super sub.
Danko.
Guys, welcome to the show. Football really feels like it's full swing now again.
Yeah,
we've
full
had
force.
DSTV Premiership since we've last spoken. We've had Nedbank Cup since we've last spoken. FA Cup fixtures tonight. We've had
Carabao.
We've had Carabao Cup final. We've had Premier League action. We've had Banyana. Their game is still going on. Where do we start?
In the beginning.
Ballers, welcome to you as well. Thanks for joining us as always. Remember to stay on side with us and the Podcast and Chill Network. We really appreciate all of you in the comments as well. Let's start off with what I started off with. Like you say, Kaiser Chiefs, no goals in that Chiefs side. And to go out like that, Nedbank Cup this early. I'm waiting for Len. I could have posed the question anyway.
No, look, and that's why we love the Nedbank Cup, right? It always has
Cup of dreams, eh?
Yeah, it always has the Cinderella story to it. It's happened quite a number of times over the years.
Especially to Chiefs.
It's. I mean, they lost to TS Galaxy when they're still a lower
Baroka.
tier. Baroka. Pirates happened with them.
Meluti
FET.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that in certain instances, the stature that you have as a club, because of previous historical, whatever you want to call it, does not mean much when it's 11v11 on the field.
Yeah. And that's the reality of football, isn't it? The ball is round.
Yes.
There's 11 men on each side.
Yep.
Anything can happen. And this is why we love the beautiful game the way we do. However, Kaiser Chiefs, Super Sub, what can we say?
It's hard to be a Kaiser Chiefs fan right now. I can imagine what those guys are going through. And I mean, it's going to be 10 years without a trophy for a club like Kaiser Chiefs. Come on.
Arsenal went through a couple of years without one.
Well, in a bigger scheme of things.
Man United just recently won stuff. Sundowns didn't take them that long. Sometimes it happens.
It happens, but I feel like for Kaiser Chiefs, it's self-inflicted.
How do you mean?
They are doing same thing every year and expect different results.
That's
Why?
insanity.
Firing coaches every year.
Firing coaches every year and doing the same thing.
But then again, you as a Kaiser Chiefs supporter, well, not you as in you, but like you as a Chiefs fan,
Yeah.
right? Arthur Zwane comes in, he's like, no, he must go. Kevin Hunt, no, he plays helicopter. And then Smidodop, no, we don't like him. Mulifinseki, what does he know? What do you all want?
They had an opportunity to sign a credible coach,
Who?
Nabi. And look what Nabi is doing in Morocco right now.
No, but like when you say they had an opportunity, you're speaking on hearsay.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, so what if Nabi was too expensive or did not fit the plans that Kaiser Chiefs had?
First and foremost, for you to bring him into the country, you did a feasibility study. You can't just bring somebody into the country without doing a feasibility study.
Maybe they were still going to negotiate.
Well, they negotiated, but the problems, we know where the problem was. And I know this for a fact.
Okay, let's hear the facts.
Okay, guys, but I'm just going to say you don't have the facts, my friend, and that's also okay.
You sure?
Um,
I've got friends in high places.
okay,
Insider.
honey, but it's disappointing. Can we also just talk about how disappointing the performance has been? Kaiser Chiefs. Can we just call a spade a spade?
Look,
a chief in this
what
case.
if we're gonna go to the
and
game,
for a
then
top team, a top 4, top 3 team in the country and on the continent, I'm talking about popularity in this case. It is disappointing what is happening at Kaiser Chiefs. And I'm not entirely sure if this is an issue of what's happening behind closed doors administratively, because I don't believe that the players at Kaiser Chiefs are subpar players. And
But they're the ones who go on the field.
Wait, may I speak? And I don't think that Kevin Johnson, is it Kevin?
It's Kevin Johnson.
There
yes.
we go. And I don't think he's a bad coach either. But there is something that is going on there, and they're not doing something about it. And unfortunately, it is affecting the Kaiser Chiefs supporters in a very bad way.
So here's my thing, right? And
it's just bad.
It's we want Mteto. The club went and got Mteto.
Yeah.
We want Ashley Dupree.
Yeah.
The club went and
That's what
they
I'm
got
saying.
Ashley Dupree.
Yeah.
We want Quinika. The club went and they got Quinika. So
Get
What's
a
wrong?
coach that gonna tell you what he wants and go with what the coach wants.
So are you saying that the people at Kaiser Chiefs, the ones that are running Kaiser Chiefs right now, do not listen to what the coach wants?
Well, there's
and
a-
they just do what they want to do?
There's a
They bring-
suggestion that is the case.
Okay, let's say rumor has it that the coach does not have a say on who comes in.
So
a lot of times.
are you telling me that coaches with the stature of Gavin Hunt, Ernst Middendorp,
Mutseki.
Well, okay.
the ones that
Don't
Gavin-
cut him.
before?
Gavin's an unfair
Yes, I
one
was-
because Gavin was under the FIFA ban. So
Okay, fair
he
point,
wasn't
fair
able
point.
to make
Fair
any
point.
signings during his
Fair
tenure.
point, yes. So are you telling me all the other guys
I
went
didn't
there?
say
and
all
they-
of them. I'm saying a lot of times they
And
bring who they want.
I think Gavin's the disappointing one. I don't know if Chiefs fans feel hard done by for not letting Gavin have time. Because I think logically, from football terms, we all think that Gavin should have been given the opportunity, first of all, for the CAF Champions League to take the team further in the competition that he went so far in. And I think that the reality is he had an aged squad for the pace of the DStv Premiership.
Yeah, but remember, that's why he said that,
Hmm.
that's why the prospects of them being able to do well at AFCON at CAF was much higher because of the squad he had. But you also remember that he was just given, the door just at the precipice
yes,
of
I
him
think it was the
getting.
semi-final.
There we go.
And then I think that
So then begs the question once again.
Chiefs'
the people
argument
that are
at that
running-
point was saying that never will it be acceptable for Kaiser Chiefs to be in a league position that they were in. And
Even if they go all the way in
doesn't
Champions
even-
League.
Yeah, never
But-
will it be
but-
acceptable.
I mean, who makes those kind of decisions?
But wait.
No, you can't say wait. We're talking about
No,
something that was said on this show.
Yes, I heard what was said.
Okay,
then-
cool stuff.
No, wait. Just generally, and to be fair, all right? Perhaps it was the onus was done to us to actually take that statement and go look for a right of reply by Chiefs, because in that which was said
Yeah.
only came from one side.
Okay.
Well, from what I
So
understand,
we're
Chiefs'
also
response-
referencing from that side.
Yeah, from what I understand, Chiefs' response was that never would they claim that a coach would be acceptable for Chiefs to finish in such a lowly position in the Premiership.
Because a team with the stature of Chiefs, I'm going back to that again. Do you think, actually, let me ask a fundamental question here. All the 16 teams that play in the DStv Premiership, right? Do you think they start the season and say, yeah, it's fine, we just want to finish in the top 8?
Yes,
Like,
There are
okay.
teams like
There
that.
are-
there
Teams
are
that do
many
that?
teams.
Is Chiefs one of those teams?
No,
No, it's not one of those teams.
So that's why I'm saying that, stature or not, Chiefs, like, the blood of Chiefs runs in the veins of this country's football.
But what do you mean?
What's the point?
yeah,
What's
but,
your point?
But also,
So my point is, sorry, Marco, my point is for us to sit and say no, Chiefs was like, no, you must finish in this position or whatever. They start the season wanting to win the league.
yes, okay. In saying that,
I still don't
I
get
think-
your
What's the
point.
point?
I think
Okay.
that no, I get what he's saying. He's saying that Gavin can't have been told when he came in that it's okay to not win the league.
But that's not what Kevin said.
Gavin said that when he came in, he was told that not to worry about their league position and continue in CAF competition and just grow the squad that you've got now. And then when the transfer window opens up, then you can be competitive when you get the players you want. That's what he alluded to. I don't believe he said it as directly
You're
as I said
paraphrasing,
it,
yeah.
but it's exactly what he said. Let's be honest. So
Okay, D Dope saying that. Sorry, I just want to
Yeah.
talk about what the Kaiser Chiefs supporters have got to say. D Dope says that even if I quit supporting Chiefs, it is the same because in SA there's no better team I can switch up to. Hope we get a proper coach too, so that we can bring back glory days. Are the glory days coming? Is it a realistic thing? We're not
It will
talking
come.
this season.
But
Well,
it
does it look
might
like
be.
it's going to be this season because there's nothing for
There's
grab
nothing
anymore.
else left.
It's
yes.
not going to be for a while, I don't think. This is how football works. You
To a
need to
lot of
build back
teams.
up.
To a lot of teams in the league right now, it's the other 15 teams are hoping that Sundowns get distracted by other things. But the trajectory that we see that Sundowns has, it's they look unstoppable. I heard some crazy stat that the last time Sundowns lost was in 2020 against SuperSport United. Could have been
2021?
2022, just before Rulani took over on a permanent basis and not as a co-coach with whoever. But 39, it's like some crazy stat like that. So if a team like Sundowns is doing that, which is what they're doing, unfortunately the others they're staying behind.
And they have to follow suit. And it
mean,
starts with a
yeah.
team like Kaiser Chiefs.
The Barcelona of Pep Guardiola did this thing. Bayern Munich was doing it for the longest time. Man City of Pep Guardiola is doing the same thing.
Yeah, but it does not mean that a team like Liverpool is far off.
Exactly, and also does
You know,
not
it's
also
still
mean that
competitive.
the
It doesn't
other
mean
teams need to
Arsenal
be
is not far
complacent.
off.
The Arsenal of now.
You see, but the thing is, it's like saying that. You see, now this is
I mean,
where
if
I'm
the
going to
league-
come
the
to
league
the
has been
comments
won
here
in the
because
last
it is.
day. So you can't compare the two, you know.
Yeah, but I think this is the perfect comment as to
Bottom
reference
line
what you
is
just
Kaiser
said.
Chiefs, there's changes that needs to happen in that
And it's
football club.
disappointing
wait.
how they've been
I don't
going
know
about
where.
it.
Okay. We sit here and we're mulling over a problem that we're not coming up with suggestions how to solve.
First and foremost,
Be more expansive
and
so that you
also-
can score more goals. End of story. There is enough players in that side to be scoring more goals. The style of football is too cagey. There's no freedom. You have to allow your wingers to swap wings, lose defenders. You have to be more enterprising.
and to do that, you need a proper coach. And unfortunately, we have to be honest.
Kevin is not.
Listen, the past 3 seasons, this is a Kaiser Chiefs, one of the biggest clubs in Southern Africa, or in Africa, let me put it that way. The past 3 seasons, they've had coaches that have not won anything. And you expect them to deliver something for you.
But then who else is winning? Like all the cups are being won by Jose Riviero. Well, except with the exception of Sundowns, because Sundowns wins like the league
Yeah, I
and
mean,
stuff,
Stellies
right?
also put their name there on the list.
Stellies, they just tried like now with winning the black label with the Carling Black Label
I'm
Cup,
saying
right?
they need to give Sundown the run of their money, and they have the capacity to do that.
Yeah.
Should they implement proper structure in that
Okay,
football?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because I
ask you a
actually feel
question.
like, sorry, Emma Hanyan, because I actually feel like South African teams now, when they have a match versus Mamelodi Sundowns, they are even happy if they go home with a draw. Like it's as though it is not something that is possible for them to win against Mamelodi Sundowns. I think they already go in there with that mentality. And I think they also go into the season, come halfway through the season, they are just already anticipating them just finishing top 4, top 6, as opposed to still gunning for the first position. And we've seen that happen in a couple of seasons now.
Okay, so that was our 15 minutes
up?
Kaiser Chiefs rant.
Yeah, no, I was just doing because they leading by 3-0 now.
Was that?
Sundowns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, they're
let-
unstoppable, like you say.
Let's go to the comments. Tito Ngobene with the comment of the day so far. Yane, Manchester Chiefs.
It has to be United.
Yeah, yes, of course. We've got Fulufelo
Yeah.
saying, evening, looking forward to a good show while watching Sundowns team that arrived back in Mzansi on Sunday afternoon and still playing well against Amazulu. Sky's the limit. Cabo Yellow, Masandawana.
That's a hectic schedule, actually.
And Walter
And
says
they playing on
that
the weekend again.
Chiefs' problem is management. They signed a coach in Gavin Hunt without players, and when they signed players without coaches in Zwane and Zeki, they could have signed Nabi because he didn't want Zwane. So he's basically saying that Nabi did not come through because Zwane was present.
Well, he needed to bring his own technical team, which is very normal in a modern day football, you know. A lot of coaches travel with their own technical team, for obvious reasons. And Chiefs did not do that, and they didn't want to do that.
I want to ask
Guys,
a question.
is it an issue of do you think that Kaiser Chiefs is kind of run like, I mean, it is a family business, but do you think that sometimes they lack the ability to be objective because of maybe a certain individual within the family who makes bad decisions, but no one can tell them?
More than 50% of the clubs in the DStv Premiership are family run.
Okay, but
Look
this
at
one is one of
Mamelodi
the
Sundowns.
biggest.
It's family run, but there's a lot of people within the structures of Mamelodi Sundowns
Yeah.
that have powers to make certain decisions.
Okay,
Qualified people.
like a recently appointed sporting director.
So are you saying that there are certain individuals within Kaiser Chiefs structures who do not make the correct decisions, but because they're family, they are then protected?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Sepi is saying, and I agree with that.
Gift Real G with the jokes here.
Haibo, what is he saying?
The local, the
He
local
never ceases to
Glazers,
surprise.
and then he says Mourinho is unemployed.
What's your point? Like, he's not coming to South
Jose.
No, the funny thing that I read
Can
over
we
the weekend,
congratulate Milford FC?
Yeah, look, they injected some serious pain at Kaiser Chiefs, honestly speaking.
but like again, I'm gonna go
Like,
back to
sometimes it feels like we have to walk on eggshells because Kaiser Chiefs is not doing well.
And also,
It feels
Sepi,
like
if
we have
we
to
are
walk
being
on eggshells
honest,
because Kaiser Chiefs was beaten by Milford FC.
if we are being honest, if we look at that game as well, Kaiser Chiefs were they were very unlucky in that game. If we are being honest,
the penalty shout that they were actually supposed
yeah, they were.
and that was not called.
Yeah, they were very unlucky. They in my book, I mean, there were certain like clear-cut chances. Like Ranga, he couldn't convert a penalty. You had ample opportunities, and if you don't convert such, playing against a team that is so compacted and that can defend so well, like Milford, at the end of the day, you come short, and that's what happened. And big up to Hleza, the goalkeeper. I mean, he had a stellar game. He was shining.
Look, again, it's one of those things when, and I'm not trying to protect anybody. Yeah, as a minnow, you have nothing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, half the players from Milford were so excited to just be playing at the FA
Yeah.
because not every team gets a chance to play at the FA.
No, for
Yep.
sure. To be in that corridors where Spain walked out there and Netherlands in the 2010 World Cup, it's a dream for a lot of players, And for me, Len, I think they also they gave Chiefs a good game. The way they were defending, they were so compact. They were so professional in how they were playing that match. As opposed to the other team that played Orlando Pirates that couldn't defend to save their life.
Shame, man.
Yeah, no, they were just all over the other guys. But I mean, Milford looked like a professional side.
Technically. Wait,
Oh, well, then
apparently my mic is
PSL.
off. Again.
Sorry.
No, apparently my mic is off. I'm seeing on the comments from
Yeah.
DJ King. Mic is off.
Oh, flipping hell.
I'm again trying to sabotage.
You are being silenced right
Chula.
now.
Yeah, hanyane fella for 2 minutes.
Like, look. Wait, why am I talking with my mic?
Exactly. Thank you, friend. So when I
Go the next to tape.
and but while we're still talking about and that's the other thing, guys. One of the top 3 teams to me, I still in South Africa, I still consider them to be Kaiser Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns, and Orlando Pirates. And we saw
On legacy or on delivery?
on delivery. And Mamelodi Sundowns, okay,
Chiefs. What did they deliver?
No, shame, guys. Okay, yes. Okay, let me say when it comes to commercially, okay, they are the top 3 teams.
That's
right?
the only department
Mamelodi
that
Sundowns-
works proper at Kaiser Chiefs.
Yes, of course, right? I get it, they classified, but Mamelodi Sundowns won 6-1 against they count up they count that match at Nedbank Cup.
Yeah.
Orlando Pirates was a 6-0, and then Kaiser Chiefs loses a 1-0.
Yeah,
But
to be
like-
fair, I mean, Chiefs Pirates won against a team that plays in the 3rd tier.
That team was formed last year.
And Milford is
So don't
in
be
the
out
2nd
here,
tier,
guys. It's
which
a-
is more competitive and more closer to
The
the
That's
tier
first
not
one.
the
tier.
point, dude. They are at the top. Do you understand?
Milford, did they buy their status from Utongati?
I'm not too sure
Is
who
it
they bought it
Utongati?
from. It could have been. I'm not too sure.
I remember Utongati, but I'm not sure.
Oh, because I think they actually obtained their status from one of the teams in the Motsepe Foundation Championship. But all I'm saying is like, I mean, yes, Sundowns were playing against La Masia.
La Masia.
La Masia went to that game wanting to prove a point.
You can't go pound to pound with Mamelodi
And
Sundowns.
they try to go pound to pound with Sundowns. And this was a Sundowns that just had players come back from AFCON. And we spoke about this the other day. They literally had almost like a new starting 11.
Yep.
Dennis Onyango on goal. When last did you see him play?
Yeah, it's been a while.
The likes of Maboe was back. Who's this kid? Esquivel, first game. You could see the quality that he is. So you can't, it's difficult to compete with Sundowns. And also, let's remember, and I'm not trying to protect anybody. I'm just like putting forth what I think.
Is your mic working? Let's first make sure.
It's working. It's working. The financial muscle, this is me becoming Siad Ramovic. The financial muscle that Sundowns has, I don't think all the other teams in the league can actually match that.
That's fair. But what's your point?
Chiefs, Pirates. You don't underestimate those pockets, bro.
If I was under...
There's players that have moved from Mamelodi Sundowns to Kaiser Chiefs, which goes to show you that they're competitive.
Yeah.
See, there's market competitive in terms of wages and there's market competitive in terms of sign-on fees. So there are different structures to this whole thing. Yes, one team might be competitive in terms of what they pay your wages. Other ones could be competitive because of the sign-on fee.
Yeah, but overall, there's money being spent.
Yeah, and
which
those
means
people
there's
are
money
willing. There
available
we
for
go.
other teams to spend.
Exactly. So,
Seeing
and does
as-
it also mean that if that means that South African football right now is then dictated by money only? Because then what you're saying is that, you know, because Mamelodi Sundowns has a stronger financial muscle, therefore they're doing well and all the players want to go to them. So that means that if a player does not play for Mamelodi Sundowns and plays for Kaiser Chiefs, for example, then because of their sign-on fee, then they do not deliver.
Also, the top players want to play for Sundowns.
We
They
get
can
that.
acquire whoever they want at the moment because they're the top
If
team.
you have to calculate now, the money that they're going to share is just shy of 100 more.
Yes, but the players also apply themselves, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
They
In fact,
apply
when
themselves.
it comes to winnings, yes, Mamelodi Sundowns go all out to give their players the winnings, you know. But again, it does not mean if a Kaiser Chiefs, for instance, can go all the way to CAF Champions League, they're not going to get proper remuneration.
No, fair point. And also, just on the Chiefs point, we're gonna conclude it now, Marco. We've been Chiefsing for a while. Also, let's leave the village. It's when you're a Milford player, when you are who's the Capricorn, the team that Pirates played? The ones
Crystal.
Crystal, yes. If you come from those Minnow teams, playing a Chiefs, a Pirates, a Sundowns, maybe a SuperSport United, maybe a Stellies now, maybe a Cape Town City, that's an audition also.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So you are more likely to apply yourself more than somebody who's at Chiefs because they're already there.
That's where the
problem.
danger is. That's where
That's
the
the
danger
problem.
is. Just
Okay.
because you play for Kaiser Chiefs, you basically are not going to apply yourself because you think that they are just a bottom tier team, and then they showed you flames.
Yeah, we see this everywhere.
Oh. Orlando Pirates
there's
came in
certain
there and they were
players-
professional. They really, really played a good
Certain
match.
players think their journey is
respected
over
the
when they
opponent.
They
join.
did.
There's certain players that feel their journey is over when they join a massive club. And your journey is not over. You need to keep showing. Moving on from Chiefs, just to make the Chiefs fans in the comments feel a little bit better. There is one team in South Africa that's probably worse to support at the moment. And that is Moroka Swallows.
But they're still through to the last 16.
Like, imagine a whole Mamelodi, Moroka Swallows was able to accomplish that. No, guys.
We're not kind of getting apples and oranges.
We are comparing apples and apples.
We're not comparing apples to apples.
I'm just trying to help people feel better that it's worse on another
It's not
side
your
of the
job
fence.
to make people feel better. They must feel
it's my-
bad. They must know that their team is not doing okay.
Look, the issue with Swallows, we spoke about it. It looks like it's something that's more administrative
Of course.
than anything else. In this case, there were both sides of the story with Coach Steve saying his piece and the other guy, what's his name? The team manager.
David.
No, David is the president, is the
Mokgasho, no.
owner. The
Oh,
team
yeah,
manager.
that gentleman. Yes, I
Yes.
saw.
Each one of them said,
Well, did you hear what he says, Marco?
What did he say? Please tell me.
No, continue, Len. I'll tell you that.
He said a lot of things, but like, yeah, it's that I hope for their sake, they literally do clean up house. I hope for their sake, the issues that they have, especially with a lot of players, and it seems like everybody's complaining about the same person.
Yeah.
I hope for their sake, they punch above their weight and they actually become a team to be reckoned with. You don't need a Swallows to be relegated, especially not after what they've been through from the team in the gutters, and then it was Swallows, and then it was not Swallows, and then it was Swallows FC. For them to get to where they got to, there was a lot of things that happened that were sacrificed, and to see them just fizzle out and just become a team that is disrespected, that is not cool for our football.
No,
And,
definitely. I've got a question for you, Len.
Yeah.
Do you think, with what as a team manager, right? With what he said, do you think Steve
Give us
Compella?
context. What did he say?
It's sort of like he was alluding to that Steve Compella sort of like complained a lot about a lot of stuff in the team, right?
As he should.
So could it be that he battled to adjust, living?
There was no jacuzzi.
Elasto, that's the name.
Yeah,
No, that's a guy's name. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
I was just giving context
So he
who
was,
you talking
he was
about.
not able to downgrade.
yeah. He was not able to downgrade and realize that he's playing for a team that is sort of like on a building phase.
But they
and
probably
don't have
they probably sold him
Luton Town.
dreams. Did
Sorry?
they not sell him dreams?
It's difficult to sell a guy like Steve Compella dreams who knows South African football in and out. You know, he knew what he was getting himself
Mara, we
into.
also didn't know that Swallows was going through what they're going through until all these things came out. So we
Financially,
thought that they were okay also. They
Yeah,
sold
but
us
like-
dreams as well.
Maybe they thought they would be okay. They were waiting for a sponsorship. They
go.
thought their days would be safe.
I think, and with all due respect, and I'm alluding to what he said, to what Super Sub said, and this is what Mr. Elasto said as well.
Yeah.
In that, it seems as if Coach Steve wanted Swallows to almost be run like how Mamelodi Sundowns is.
That's what.
Is that a bad
and-
thing?
Well, it's not a bad thing, but you can't expect a child to be born today and be running the same day.
And not even that. It's like there are levels to this thing. If I drive a City Golf and Super Sub is driving a Lamborghini and we are going to Pretoria to my cheating girlfriend, who do you think is going to get there first?
Depends on the speed that we're driving at, but anyway.
Okay, engineer. And by the way, guys,
Depends
so
how
we did post
angry you are with the cheating girlfriend.
that too, and which backgrounds
Also,
you're taking.
There's that element as well.
Okay, and if your friends are not on the road, so I did also post on. We did post on our Instagram. You posted a poll, and the question was: do you think that Moroka Swallows is going to make it into this season, or they're getting relegated? And you know, it was overwhelming, and most people were saying hell nah.
They're 12 points clear of relegation.
Yes, but I'm saying this because it's not even about people naturally thinking they're not going to, they are going to get relegated. But I think the image is getting tarnished. People are starting to lose faith in them, and
Those
that's
two
not a good
fixtures
thing.
that you don't honor is going
That's
to
not
kill
a
you
good
for a long
thing.
time.
Exactly.
Okay, Nedbank Cup. They are through to the round of 16 in the Nedbank Cup, as you so elegantly alluded to, Mr. Len Moleko.
Yeah.
And
Elegantly.
they will face Amatax.
Tricky team, eh?
Could be the end of the road. Amatax just know how to punch above their weight.
Tricky
They've done
team,
it
eh?
with Kaiser Chiefs when
Exactly.
they were still in the lower division. It was Jimita who started hearing whistles. You remember that match?
I think yes.
He was hearing whistles. What do you mean?
From the crowd.
No, it so happened that Jimmy Tau stopped tracking a striker because he thought the referee had
blown a whistle.
had blown the whistle, and it was not the case.
So let me ask a question. We are on the Nedbank Cup conversation, right? Milford goes and beats Stellenbosch. Are we still going to whip Stellenbosch with the same whip that we whipping Chiefs with?
No, because they don't deserve that.
Then it will be 2 in a row.
No.
Then you start questioning, is it Milford or is it the teams
Stellenbosch
above it?
haven't been whipped by 4 or 5 teams from second tier division.
I'm just asking.
If-
For when the
but that-
conversation comes.
But,
bottom line is-
but it's a
it's-
big if.
Bottom line is it's 11
The ball is
against
round.
11. Though in as much as we're giving Chiefs
Hard time.
Stellies
hard
have already
time.
proven this season that they're good in cup competition.
So are we then absolving them just because they won a cup? and then we are being hard on
What do you
Chiefs.
mean absolving? Nothing's happened yet.
Wait, I know, but we are projecting here.
Yeah, you are projecting.
Yes, you are.
I interrupted you, Super Sub.
I can't even. I lost trail of my thoughts.
Did you also hear whistles?
Okay, so Milford FC will play Stellenbosch FC. That'll probably be the end of the road for them. But like you said, the ball is round. There's 11 versus 11. If they do, we'll come to that conversation if it comes, because I don't like talking about things that are unlikely to happen.
They
Yeah.
do. I'm standing
And
on this
Milford, by the way,
table.
is
No,
number
they
12
do
on their
happen.
log.
We saw it with TS Galaxy. They went all the way to the final. And Nedbank Cup is a cup of dreams. Black Leopards did it before, when they were in the second division, ended up playing Orlando Pirates in the final. So it can happen, It's just that it's 11 against 11 at the end of the day,
Okay, I'm going to ask you another can happen. Maritzburg United against Mamelodi Sundowns.
Never gonna happen. That one, I will stand on the highest pedestal. Never gonna happen.
Nah. If it was TS Galaxy, yes.
Or maybe a Super Sport United.
Or a Super Sport United.
Yeah.
Or Stellenbosch.
Or Skukuna United.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think the quality that Sundowns is now,
It's unmatched.
Nope.
it's insane to think that a team can be functioning the way they are in terms of the number of fixtures that they have, but week in, week out, there's like a tweak in the squad. Yes, my boy is
Bro,
on this week,
have you
but he's
seen-
not in next week. There's Esco, there's Sarino,
Have you
Lodge is
seen
on the
Zungu?
bench. I saw him
Zungu is
playing.
coming back.
He looked like he
And-
was playing as a defender today, almost like a central. So like his positioning, it's
Mamelodi Sundowns are well oiled.
Okay, and
it's
speaking
a
of
moving train.
Zungu, do you see that our boy from TS is actually recovered now?
Bernard Parker.
They should join
he's-
us here,
yeah,
actually.
I saw him working out. So he posted a video
Oh, that's
working
cool.
out. So that's nice.
That's
so every
really
time
dope,
now
yeah.
when you guys
We
mention
have to see
Zungu,
him
I
on
just see Bernard Parker.
We have to see him on the pitch again soon.
No,
Yeah.
it will be lovely to see him. That's not how you want to bow out as a player.
Hungry Lions. Not the restaurant. Eh?
Well, we love chicken. If you
Nah.
prefer
No,
to
we
that.
don't.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Most ballers saying that
Escodini land. You think Hungry Lions will...
Oh, yeah.
Escodini?
What happened? What happened at FNB Stadium?
SFNB and Escodini are two different places, my friend.
Okay.
Escodini sakamabizela. Awumeka kancane mfethu.
Okay. No, it's
but
fine.
our Pirates went all the way in this competition last season.
Yeah, they
course.
did. But they had the luck of the draw.
There's
To
no
a
such
degree.
thing as...
Okay,
No, you know what I
but
mean.
is Hungry Lions not luck of the draw?
Nah. It's Milford luck of the draw if they can knock out Kaiser Chiefs.
Danko?
Hey, my man. No.
You have to still. If Stellies was looking at this draw and they said, "Oh, Milford just knocked out Kaiser Chiefs, I don't want to play them," they're happy to have drawn Milford still.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so
The General.
the General versus TS Galaxy. Come now, guys.
Guys,
It's
this
the
is
Nedbank Cup.
this is the
Okay.
cup. There's
What kind of a name
Okay.
is that, though? Can we just
I think people just wake up and they
T-General FC.
the General FC.
Maybe they were degenerates.
You.
It's a joke. Relax.
You.
But to be fair,
Relax. It's not that deep.
with the last 16 draw, I really think the one fixture that you can almost say, like, yeah, no.
It's the fixture.
It's no. This one is cast in stone. We know who's winning. That's the Sundowns Maritzburg. The other ones can swing.
Nah, the Pirates and Hungry Lions is also like written in stone.
Okay, let's talk about the derby coming
Nah.
up, seeing as legendary me brings
Friend.
it in.
And then what about the Chili Boys?
Are we still talking Nedbank Cup?
No, but friend, Chili
Guys,
Boys
it's-
deserve
okay.
like a shout out.
Chippa versus FC Ravens.
Yeah, shame. Okay.
Who comes
let's-
up with the names of these teams? See, that's why I must register my Pona FC.
Nah, I just don't understand.
Or Pamperstad FC. Or Lusiki Siki.
It's probably there.
Venda Academy is taken.
Onside FC.
Bam
Yeah.
Bam FC.
That sounds more plausible. to
Imagine
work
when you
with.
get chowed and you're Bam Bam FC.
Stop. Okay, Marco, move on.
Okay, legendary me says Pirates is washing Chiefs on Derby Day cleanly.
What are we doing on Derby Day? Sorry, I got lost.
Guys,
by
can
what
we
you
all
said.
go? Can we invite the bottlers? Can we all like hang out and just like get like an area and just like what Tabang?
No, because he doesn't want to work.
Can we all go? No, we don't need cameras. Can we just whichever baller who's around? Where is it happening? Orlando or FNB? FNB, I'm sure. Ne?
It's always
FNB.
FNB,
Can
it's a
never
big
be
match.
Orlando.
Yeah,
the
it's a
only
big match.
the last time Kaiser Chiefs played Orlando Pirates at Orlando was when COVID,
Yeah.
Yes.
because numbers were not an issue.
course,
and
yeah.
prior to that was when FNB was under construction.
Okay, nice. So let's do this, guys. Let's invite ballers on the day. Let's all like hang out and just have like a whole situation. Ballers, whoever's coming to FNB Stadium, please just give us a show of hands so we know. Like then we'll have a meeting spot, right? And then we all meet. And we all talk and meet and greet, you know what I mean? And we all go and hang out and talk. I think it's gonna be
meet
fun.
and greet.
It would be so much fun, you guys.
You're gonna get lost.
Yeah, that place.
Also, in that regard,
Yeah.
as well, I just like on the conversation of the derby. Does it still have that thing?
I think we're hungry for football. I think we're hungry for some
The
excitement.
derby will always have something,
As a social event, not a
but
soccer match.
obviously the derby is always going to be bigger when both teams are performing.
Of course.
You know, when Chiefs and Pirates were head to head for titles the way they used to be, the derby was going to be the biggest then.
Yeah.
Of course. So now, I mean, we saw a recent fixture which was more along those lines was Orlando Pirates versus Sundowns.
Yeah, that's the new rivalry.
You know,
That's a
That's
new proper rivalry
proper
that we need a
football
name
rivalry.
for, actually.
But it doesn't have the romance of a derby. So if Kaiser Chiefs and Orlando Pirates were going toe to toe for a title, then we can start talking about it like a derby of old.
When you think about it,
I think
Marco,
the
as it
commercial
stands-
value of the derby just supersedes
It outweighs
It's still
everybody.
there.
it outweighs everybody and everything, you know.
Of course. I'm
It's
saying,
the
guys.
two most supported clubs on the continent.
Yeah. Orlando Pirates is on fifth position right now. Kaiser Chiefs sixth. So,
A lot can change in the next couple of days.
Yeah, because
yeah, that's what
there's
I'm
still
saying.
a lot of games before.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So that might also mean that, I mean, because when you think about it, they are toe to toe. As much as the Orlando Pirates has won some
Aye,
trophies
but
and the
toe to
like,
toe for
but
fifth.
yeah, you see. But friend, think about it this way:
apparently you guys
both
are
teams
toe
right
to
now are on 25, 26. So if one team was to win, they go straight into third position.
Look, on the quality of football in recent weeks, they're not toe to toe.
Not a
But,
chance.
but looking at the log, it's 1 point. Same number of games played,
That's what I'm
1
saying.
point. In terms of the recent run of form in the DStv Premiership, there's a lot more points for Kaiser Chiefs in the last 5 than for Orlando Pirates in the last 5.
It's a battle of 30
A
points.
lot more points.
On the
There's
top-
11 points
on the
for
top three
verse
conversation that
7.
you're making, I think the danger that we almost like forgetting is that you've got a Gavin Hunt who's out of majority of the competitions.
Yeah.
He's not on the continent anymore,
Yes, he's out of.
Oh yeah, because he's out
Confed.
of
Yes.
CAF.
Confed,
and that is
yeah.
a very dangerous Gavin Hunt.
Yep. He's coming.
Yeah, no, look, it's gonna be.
And then
difficult.
also, can we talk about also, as much as we talk about a Mamelodi Sundowns who has been able to play AFL, has been able to play CAF, and also have their players playing AFCON. But I mean, SuperSport was able to hold on, go Confed for such a long time, and still maintain a top 3 position.
You forgot Nedbank Cup for SuperSport.
Yeah, I said with the exception of the Nedbank
Yeah,
Cup.
yeah.
Yeah, because they're out of the rest.
Yeah. So they've also been able to maintain their top 3 position. Orlando Pirates was kicked out a long time ago, but here they are still sitting in 6th, 5th position, which to me is also ridiculous, by the way.
The funny thing about that is, I think I heard an interview with Gavin Hunt post the Nedbank Cup draw, where he was saying, like, guys, like, in a way, getting out of Confed is a blessing in disguise because you can't be competing Nedbank League,
And
CAF,
and we heard what Gavin had to say about the traveling to
Yes.
the continent.
And I don't think he likes it.
limited
No. Yeah.
budget. You don't have, the man does not have a squad.
Yeah, I resells them to Sundowns.
It's not him.
He's not a pimp.
But
why?
like with this season, Shem, he a lot of his players were either not available, some are injured. He has to go dig into the DDC to find like youngsters. A youngster comes into the first team, they shine.
They see
Sundowns
him.
is like, come here,
Look, how much do you get for winning the DStv Premiership?
10 mil.
Sundown comes like, I'll give you 5 million for Campbell. What are you gonna
Easy
do?
money. It's good business.
Well, I suppose,
Yeah,
unfortunately, but
it's an unfortunate side of football. You know, the commercial side of football to a degree it has hampered like a lot of teams.
Yeah, but the thing about Gavin is that he's that one coach who's able to do with the most minimal of resources.
Oh, well, he has proven himself
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
regard. We
Yeah.
can't disagree
I respect
with
that
yeah.
about him.
But also depending on where he competes. Minimal resources, yes, but not across the board. Nedbank, MTN, Black Label League, Champions League.
Because at Vets, he was very, very good. At Vets, he did not have like a lot of resources as well. But we cannot sit here and say Vets was sort of like a poor team. You know what I
Never.
mean?
Yeah.
Same as Supersport in a way.
They were sponsored by Pitfest.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 15 million for the league, guys.
Oh, is it 15?
15 million.
Oh, I last remember it as 10. But still, it's
a substantial
pocket-
amount.
That's one Sundowns player.
That's it.
Okay, so
That's how teams make money. Like these smaller teams, in a way. That's how
good
they make their
business.
money, by selling players.
Brighton. Okay. Let's look at the rest of the continent. The full-time whistle has blown between Banyana and Tanzania.
Wow.
What's the score?
Len Moleko, you were following that fixture. I don't have the score up.
Aggregate.
Yeah, it was 4-0.
Aggregate.
Oh, it
Good.
ended
And then-
1-0.
1-0,
So 1-0
3-0.
win.
Okay.
Oh, good. Clean.
Yeah.
So we are playing against Nigeria
The
next,
Falcons, yeah.
We're not
home
scared.
and away. And if we win
When
on
we win.
aggregate,
through to the Olympics.
we're through to the Olympics.
Nice.
Yeah, no, we have to. They have to do it for themselves, these
Nice.
girls, eh?
Yeah.
Banyana has been...
I think on the continent, well, not on the continent, over the past couple, because there were eras when Nigeria's women's national football team was like bossing everybody. But it seems like there's been like somewhat of a seismic shift towards Banyana now being the bird that's sitting on a tree
And
and
making the
noise.
noise.
Yes.
Talking about
Asking for a
Banyana.
tree. I mean,
Shout out
asking for a
stone.
For a stone to be chucked at it.
Shout
Yes.
out to Barikimang Sipo Singwe.
Jermaine Sopasenwe,
Yeah,
100 caps.
100 caps. Eh?
Well
That's a big club.
We haven't had. I think Aaron did in the Bafana. How many centurions do we have in terms of caps?
Sure, I know Aaron Mukwena.
Doesn't Doctor have a centennial?
I don't even
I
think
don't
he
think
got
50.
70
Is it?
Yeah,
or
Okay.
50. Lucas, did he make 100?
I pretty much doubt.
Okay, let's research it.
Guys, we have
Let's,
the internet.
we've
Yeah,
got the
no.
whole internet.
Sometimes it's nice to try think of these things.
Yeah, and make mistakes and ballers come for us and then we chuckle about it, you know?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. So, but big ups to Jermaine. And
I would like to think Neil Tovey might have made it too.
Neil.
he didn't play for long. I don't think he did. And remember our fixtures.
South Africa was under sanctions for a portion of his
Yes.
career.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
you're right.
towards the
I
latter
think most
part-
players that came after 96, 98,
The 2000.
but 2000, they're the ones that sort of like got like
I don't
long
even think
runs.
Benny is I don't even think Benny has got 100 caps.
What about
for Bafana.
Kune?
Most probably.
No, he might. Kune.
It's difficult to get 100 caps for a country.
It's difficult.
Not everybody and that's why it's big ups to the likes of Posha Modise,
Oh,
Jamie,
Posh.
Janine van Veek, to name but a few who were actually able to get over 100 caps for the national team.
So the top caps, top
Mvete came
most
very close,
appearances, Aaron McQuena.
Yes.
Then Itumeleng Kune with 91.
Oh, yeah.
So Aaron
Mto,
McQuena
Nombe
is the
Aribasi.
only
Centurion.
Centurion
Yes.
Bafana in
Yeah.
appearances. Chabalala on 89, Nomvete on 82, Benny McCarthy on 81, Sean Bartlett 74, Shoes Mashweo 73. For considering the period that he played in, that is
That
a
is
good,
good, yeah.
appearance return.
Yeah.
I wonder how many
And
Doc
then
had,
Bernard
eh?
Parker and Dalron Buckley on 72 each, and Lucas Radebe wraps up the top 10 appearance makers.
Paka can
on
still
70.
try getting like two nyana more caps nyana there.
You can
Like
try.
during a Kosafa Cup or something.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
needs to be he must be
Bernard
friendly with
Parker.
them.
Oh,
Hugo.
yeah. And then he will be called up and then they pull a Desrealis on him.
Kadi final minutes, friend.
Yeah, he'll go in the second half. It's fine. But like,
Okay.
big ups to Banyana. On the other side, it's us and Nigeria. Who's on the other? Because only two teams can go to the Olympics. Why am I forgetting who are the other two teams that are gonna go up against each other?
Let's see.
Because I know we playing Nigeria, obviously on the basis that they beat Cameroon. Is it Zambia? I think it's Zambia and
Could be.
somebody. I think so. But I'll check.
While we look that up, let's conclude with the continent. Obviously, Sundowns and TP Mazembe through to the quarterfinals of the CAF Champions League. They wrapped up that group really nice and tight with a piece of rope and a ribbon, and
No surprise there.
no surprise.
Yeah. The only thing now is obviously them deciding who is
Top of the league, top of the
who
group.
who plays 2 and who plays 1.
Yeah.
But they don't know if that's going to happen because Sundowns have a fixture against TP Mazembe in Pretoria, but there's no stadium because there's rugby playing there on Saturday. And CAF group games, I think, all have to play at the same time.
The last fixture.
The last fixture, they wanted to use FNB Stadium, but Chiefs have a game there against Swallows in the original. No, that can't be the original Soweto derby. Sorry,
But which
sorry.
one would take precedence
Over?
if Chiefs is playing a
Well,
versus a Banyana?
It's not. No, we're talking about Sundowns.
Sundowns.
Sundowns versus
Swallows.
Or
No.
What?
Sundowns is playing
versus
TP Mazembe.
TP Mazembe.
on the
On
CAF
this
Champions
CAF
League.
Champions League, and
Yes.
according to CAF, they have to play it at a very specific time. And Loftus is being used for rugby, and FNB Stadium is being used for Chiefs game.
Chiefs
and
versus who?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Their fixture was there. It's their stadium.
But it's their home. It's their
Yeah,
home
that's what I'm saying.
stadium.
Yeah.
It
So-
doesn't matter. It's Sundowns are the ones who have to look for a
They
stadium.
must take
not
their game
Chiefs.
to Polokwane
Well, that's an option.
because they've done it before, I think.
Assuming there
In
are
Mokaba.
no
Mokaba,
games
yeah.
happening in Polokwane.
Assuming there are no
Right.
games as well.
South
Yeah.
Africa has many stadiums.
Yeah,
anyway.
we're not short of stadiums.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
Mobile
so I'm
is
sure
available.
they'll honor the fixture. I'm sure
No.
somewhere.
Granted, Polokwane City has a game against Pirates this coming weekend, and Polokwane are hosting. So, but that's
And there's Polokwane
Yes.
Stadium just there.
and
Then
they can't go.
Bombela.
And there's also logistical nightmares that you have to deal with in terms of if you go to Cape Town or you're gonna go to Durban. It's a logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
For Sundowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no different for TP
if you
Mazembe.
initially, so what's going to happen is if they had initially proposed that the game is going to be played at Loftus and they move it to another city, they will have to cover the coast. That's how it
But
is.
I mean,
Sundowns.
Oh, also just to correct D Dope on the comments. So D Dope, Sundowns is not allowed to play at Attridgeville because the Lucas Masterpieces Moripe does not meet CAF
Standards.
standards. So that's why they can't play there.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay.
then talking about Kev before you move on, you remember Gamondi, who was a head coach with, was it Neil Tovey at Sundowns?
Yes.
Yes, Gamondi, yeah.
Yes.
He qualified young Africans to the quarterfinals of CAF Champions League.
Same group as Widad, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I think they were in the same
Widad
group.
also struggling, which is
Even in the league.
It's
They're sitting like
surprising.
6th in the league of is it Boloto League or in Morocco?
Because at the rate things are going, Widad might actually crash out of the Champions League.
Yep.
And if that's
It's
the
looking
case,
very likely.
yeah, if that's the case, just literally roll out the red carpet and give that trophy to Sundowns.
Alakli?
what about
Alakli?
Alakli?
Sundowns have got their number, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we know
but
this,
it's
but
still, I
still.
mean, sometimes it goes to voicemail.
No.
So
I like how many times Len Moleko
it-
said the ball is round and
When-
not with
there's
Sundowns.
11 players versus 11
They-
players. But Sundowns is exempt from this
so
rule.
they're in
Huh?
Group D, Len. Young Africans with Al Ahly.
Oh, they are with Al Ahly.
I think you're confusing them with Simba.
Thank you very much. Simba is in the same group as ASEC Mimosa and
Simba SC.
and Jwaneng. But look, Widad can still make it, but they'd need to win the.
Yeah, Janing annoys me so much. You know, they just
You need
take
to
us
get over
out
it.
for nothing.
You need to get over it. You need to move on, my friend.
I suppose, but yeah,
need to
look where
move.
they're sitting, man.
But
need
We would
to
have
move,
done
my friend.
better.
it's
No, I'm joking. They deserve to be there.
Speaking of CAF and Confed and everything that's happening continentally, Mamelodi Sundowns is the only team now that is taking part in any continental showpiece. Gukune and SuperSport United are out.
Yeah,
and
no surprise.
Long ago.
Talking about now, what's your problem?
the interesting bit with this
He
group
just
that
wants a shot at Super Sub.
with this group that Widad is in, the final game is against ASEC Mimosa, who are actually currently leading that group. So it's gonna be very interesting to see
Guys,
how
I need
things
I need my
unfold
charger.
come Saturday.
Yeah, it's
the
going to be
Okay.
very
team have
interesting
fallen.
because ASEC, they have nothing to play for. They're already through,
Yep.
and they're already through top.
Yep.
So that might play into Vidad's hands.
But that's also assuming Simba is not going to beat Jwaneng. So
Johnny.
so essentially, I think Wydad don't have it all
No.
together in their hands. They have to depend on other results.
There must be South
Unless they can
Africans and
turn
they take
the-
out the calculator.
Yes, we must borrow them our calculator. The Casio, where is it?
I don't know. We
threw it
had
away
it
during
during
AFCON.
AFCON. Ah.
So, but yeah, interesting situations happening on the continent. So yeah, very interesting.
So I think we can bring a close to African football as we've spoken about it for majority of our allotted show time already.
Okay.
I think we can move on to pastures anew. But thank you very much for the CAF update, Len Moleko.
The Sundowns update, you mean?
The Sundowns update.
Basic card.
22 verse 11. Tsepi, darling, let's jet off with you. This is Around the World with Tsepi Worldwide, brought to you by Betway.
Yeah,
Get
and
way
then
more.
my phone decided to die, but I do have some notes here. So let's just start. Let's go to Saudi Arabia because something great has happened for Coach Pitso Mosimane. You would remember that there was some dispute, and he has won the case against Al Ali Jeddah via FIFA tribunal. And the story is that he is going to be receiving approximately 24.4 South African rands. So not a bad day in the office. Hey.
So you can
Wait,
come manage
24
Chiefs.
24
24 million.
mil.
Oh, you said
Of course.
24.4
South
South
African
African
rand.
rand.
Oh shit! Did I say that? No,
Yeah.
24.4
I'm like, for all the
mil,
work that
you
he
guys.
did.
I'd be like, hey, FIFA.
It's like, I keep your money. I don't want to.
So you can come to Chiefs. He doesn't need money anymore.
No,
What? Who?
no.
Wait.
What?
Njani.
What do you mean?
That's why he was at tribunal.
You know?
Like,
And do you know how far Shurena is
Ah.
from where the coach stays? So
where does he say?
Saudi.
Don't worry. He's my boy. We play golf together.
Yeah, no. Can
Well,
I be
he
precise,
stays in
guys?
Saudi still.
Sorry,
He's-
my phone is on. So, as he's set to receive a staggering 22.2 million South African rands. So that's the amount of money he's going to be receiving. It says the claim of the claimant, Mr. John Hamilton Mosimane, is partially accepted. The phone died again. I wanted to read you what the outcome was, but
So-
long story short is that he's won the
I
case.
just need to understand something, and maybe the ballers can help me because I
Yeah.
saw there was a breakdown. Is this the 22 mil? Is it only for Pito, or does it go to his backroom staff
I
people
have everything
as
here,
well?
friend.
So there's a breakdown
Yes.
of
Sorry, guys, my phone is gonna go
there's
on,
other-
so I'll give you more
it's-
information.
Who's the video analyst guy? I forget his name. I just forgot his name. And the guys that are always traveling with him to whichever team that he goes to.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. So there is a breakdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, legendary me. The money is not tax free. Just answering one of the ballers.
It's
asking
not
a
tax
question.
free, is
Yeah,
it?
so
Saudi, you don't. Oh, it's not Saudi.
the breakdown that's
Saudi is
It is
Qatar?
Saudi Arabia.
Qatar, you don't pay tax. Actually, is it Qatar and Saudi?
UAE, you don't pay tax.
UAE.
UAE. Yeah.
But maybe in
He's-
Saudi you
he-
don't.
He's South African. He's still liable to pay tax because he's making.
If he
income.
brings the money here.
If he brings it here.
Where do you think the money stays?
No, but then he's already that side anyway.
Hey,
Are we going to change the show
no,
to a
let
tax
me
show?
not say anything. Hey.
This show brought to
There's
you
Swiss
by.
bank accounts out here. Stop it.
It can go into your Betway account. Play.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll be a
High
side
returns.
chick.
Just say Sundowns is going to win. Play with $1 million rands.
And then you get 1,000,001 rands because the odds
right.
for Sundown.
Okay, another story. Cristiano Ronaldo. I promise you, this is not news for me, but we talked about this. So I'm just gonna
If it's Ronaldo,
just
it's
put
news.
it out there. Yeah.
What did he do
Cristiano
now?
Ronaldo faces a flurry of criticism for appearing to make an obscene gesture following the end of an Al Nassr 3-2 win over Al Shabab in an exciting Saudi Pro League game. And the gesture, mind you, because I had to just go and do some research on that one.
Yeah.
So it says that he was cupping his ear and then putting his hand in his pelvic area. So basically, and
To
the
the
story is that
fans
he was
of
saying
the
this.
opposition
He
team.
did. The gestures were a result of, the supporters, Sako Al-Shabaab, chanting Messi's name.
Yeah,
Is it news?
That's just to throw him off.
Exactly.
So he's got a 2-match suspension.
So now he's being
because of this from the
investigated
Saudi
and-
league. You can't do lewd gestures in Saudi.
I was about to say, is there no limitations into taunting of fans or whatever gestures that you do because of how, what's the word I'm looking for? Not strict, man, there's another word. But it sounds
Conservative?
conservative, yes. How conservative the
nation
Saudis
is.
are.
The same country that say you can't live there with a woman if you're not married, but Ronaldo is not married.
Yeah.
They made
so-
an exception for him
Yeah.
as his
So
son.
they must make an exception for him again because
But
they've
the
broken.
gestures were it's
I mean, if you have your hand to your ear and then you have it to your pelvic area, what exactly are you saying? Can we decipher what he was trying to say?
He
Ah, look,
says, I
I
can
don't-
hear you.
I don't even want
So
to.
suck my
Get effed.
Yeah.
or get effed.
Get effed.
You hear me?
can you hear me?
Get effed.
I can hear. I can
Yeah.
hear what you're saying. Get effed.
Do you understand? Okay. So another story here. Bayern Munich have appointed Mark Abel, as their new sporting director months after he was sacked at RB Leipzig as managing director for sport. He is a former Bayern player, and I did some research on him. He actually started playing for Bayern at the age of 6, and he says that he is happy to be there. Thoughts on this one, guys?
Hey, Bayern.
There's problems
it's-
there.
I like how
Calling
there's
them off.
problems at Bayern when they don't win a league title. Bayern's that strong.
It's like
Mara,
Chiefs.
can they not potentially still? What's the gap now?
Xabi
between
Alonso
Leverkusen
doesn't know how
and-
to lose a football match.
I
There's-
think
there's-
Is it not 8? How much is it now?
Yeah, because he beat them 3-0 to increase the gap.
Exactly. And then they lost against Bochum, which didn't help them either. And Shem, don't you feel sorry
It's
for
8
Harry?
points.
Didn't he go there for trophies?
who?
Harry?
But he's a perennial loser.
Ay. Arsenal fans.
They know them very well.
You can take the 2 Spurs players out of Spurs, but you can't take the Spurs out
of
the
them.
2
Yeah.
So he's jinxed.
out the 2 players.
Look at, dude, there are people who just can't, they just can't. Look at Poch. Poch was like, oh my gosh, like he's like the best manager ever.
Until
And like,
Dwa.
come on.
And the French boy in Atletico, it's the same.
Who? Griezmann.
Griezmann, doesn't win trophies.
At least he's got a World Cup. No, that holds weight. He's
Yeah,
got a
of
World
course,
Cup.
but I'm talking about club level.
Yeah, at club level, yeah. No, wait, didn't he win?
He left. They won. He left Barcelona. They won.
They won.
so he's jinxed. Ulali.
No, he's afraid of trophies. Like most Spurs fans
afraid
are.
of winning,
Oh,
sure.
and players and coaches. Because, I mean, like, but anyway.
Yeah, so he is now the new sporting director. Very, very quickly, guys, I don't have the details here, but there's a story that I checked out, and this is coming from AFCON. There is a referee, an officiator, who did not want to officiate the South Africa versus, who did we go up against in the Bronx match?
DRC.
Yes, versus DRC. He refused to officiate that match because he says that he was meant to officiate the final between Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire. And now CAF has come back to say that he was wrong in that regard. He says that he feels as though there's something going on there and they're just against him. And that's why he feels as though he's not going to then be eligible to be a referee at the World Cup. He has now been banned. He will never be looked at. He'll never be called in ever again for any AFCON match to officiate.
He's crying for... It's like a player
I
crying.
just
It's
want
like, I
the
wanna be
story.
in the
Like once I
starting
get
11.
it,
It's like,
I'll
no,
give you
you're
guys the
not playing
details.
today,
But
dude.
and guess where he's from?
He's from Cameroon.
Where? Tell me that
Egypt.
nation. That nation that thinks
Egypt or Morocco?
Morocco.
Oh.
North
Why are we not
Africans.
surprised?
No.
Yeah.
Why are we not surprised?
Yep.
We can give them Ronaldo's gesture.
Oh, wow.
He
Okay.
wasn't expecting to officiate the final of CAF.
He wanted to officiate the final.
Yeah, but I think before the tournament started, he thought, I can't officiate the final. I'm Moroccan.
Because they're going to go all the
Because
way.
they-
But you know,
Oh.
there's a certain team that puts some dents in those plans as well. So
No,
you
interestingly
must
enough,
adjust.
On the Kev story, read some very interesting article as well. Do you know that Patrice Motsepe does not draw salary from CAF.
I didn't know that.
Where does
The
where
money
does the
that he
go?
gets paid, he literally invested back to CAF for the development of football around the continent.
That makes financial sense. I mean, he's
One day,
reinvesting.
I'll
Is
tell
he
you
not
my
a shareholder
theory.
somewhere?
You know, I've got a theory there. One day I'll tell you my theory.
Let's hear your theory.
Let's continue.
No, the one day is one day. It's
One
here.
day is one day, but
Oh,
today is
and-
not the day.
Oh, okay. Speaking of that, also, while we're still talking about CAF, but in this case, it's going to be, it's CAF. But, the story is that Percy Dow's contract is going to be renewed, and they're adding an extra 100,000 US. So that makes him, okay, I'll get the story proper.
As a signing on fee.
So
No,
they're just extending his
contract
contract.
extension.
Because it's ending in June this year. So the story is that, I mean, I'm not sure how you felt about his performance at AFCON.
Yeah,
But
look,
yes,
I mean,
the story is that
was
The
he
best
is-
of the players go through that, even
Yeah,
in the
he
World Cup.
was
yeah,
you know.
yeah. But
So
they
you
are
don't
extending.
crucify a player for a dip in a tournament in terms of form, you know.
Yeah, so that's another one. So I'll just give you guys the numbers, but that's all we have for you worldwide.
Legendary Me says he knows your theory, super sub. Legendary Me, it's fine. You can DM me the theory, and I'll check
Tell us.
if the theory is true.
Legendary, we're gonna tell them when the time is right.
Which one is this one?
You know, for everything, you know, this is foreplay, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll get to the theory. Let's enjoy the foreplay, guys.
We don't have enough time. Just quickie. Let's do it.
This theory does not.
Doesn't need a quick.
It doesn't need a quick.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay, so that's all we have for you worldwide.
That was Around the World with Tepi Worldwide, brought to you by Betway. Get way more.
There we go.
Okay, let's jet off to the UK, to the Premier League, to the Carabao Cup, to the FA Cup. There will be some fixtures later on this evening.
There is a fixture as we speak.
If we kicked off, you see, we're talking too
Yeah,
long.
and I think the last one is going to be around 10 o'clock. What's the time
It's
now?
10 o'clock now.
Yes, so it's
Luton is
starting.
playing City. if I'm
Luton
not
is playing
mistaken.
City.
Okay, so
yes.
all of the FA Cup fixtures
Yeah.
have
I think
kicked
Leicester's
off,
playing as well.
so we can update you on those.
Check.
Yes, Leicester is also playing.
Yep.
I think they are playing.
Yeah, we have 4
against,
matches in total. I just
Your phone is letting you down today.
know it is. Hey, so I'm basing everything on memory right now. Like that's my
Blackburn,
life.
Newcastle. Yes.
Yeah.
So there's 3 fixtures live now already. Bournemouth versus Leicester City,
Mm-hmm.
Blackburn Rovers versus Newcastle, and Luton Town hosting Manchester City at
At
the
their little
Action Soccer
stadium,
pitch
yes.
there in Luton.
And
Yeah.
the Billionaires
Very
Boys Club, they're only
six-a-side.
playing tomorrow, ne?
The Bottle Boys.
Yes.
Billionaire Bottle Boy Blue Bottle Boys.
They're BC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're playing against Leeds United.
Gary, is that you?
No.
Well, what you're alluding to in terms of teams bottling there, Len Moleko, let's switch there because there's no real action to speak of just yet in the FA Cup. Chelsea losing the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool's youth side.
But we spoke about this. Remember when I was saying that the moment Poch was saying that he's so sorry to his fans and the fans were not happy with him. And I mentioned that it really is going to be a determining factor what happens in the next match. Did they not draw against Chelsea
City. They
City,
played-
sorry.
they played a draw
They
with
drew
City.
to City. And I was really hoping that their confidence was going to get a bit of a boost. But I mean, they were playing a Liverpool also. But you're saying they were playing which one? Which Liverpool were
The
they
youth
playing?
side.
But it was a toe-to-toe game.
Yeah.
But they were playing babies, let's be fair.
Yeah.
So Chelsea also played babies.
They are babies though.
Yo. But it's
No,
their,
they're
that's
young
their
squad.
first 11.
Okay, the difference is in those. I'm sure. I mean, I think average age of the players that started for Chelsea was even lower than Liverpool. But I think the biggest difference is that the players that Liverpool fielded are not as experienced as
Fringe-ish.
Chelsea's.
they beat team.
Yeah, they're sort of like a B team, you know. So in that sense, yes, you know, they're youngsters. But if
Yeah.
you're just looking at age, they're all babies.
Okay. Well,
Wait,
congratulations
wait,
to
wait,
Liverpool
wait, wait,
anyway.
wait,
I'm
wait,
sure
wait,
Javi was having the time of his life. Congratulations to you, Javi. I know you're watching.
The thing is, I think, look, both teams had a fair balance of experience in kids, right?
Yeah.
But we can't be sitting here week in, week out. Like, Chelsea is frustrating. I'm not even a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
And I'm frustrated by them
Is it
because
giving Kaiser Chiefs?
No, not even, because Chelsea can go and hold their own against Man United or Man
Exactly.
City or Arsenal, and then go like this was the only way of. Well, they still have the FA Cup tomorrow against Leeds, but at this current juncture, I'm gonna put
It was
all
their
my
best
money.
chance at a title.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put all my
And would
money
have
on Leeds
boosted their morale, hey?
because the likes of Jackson hasn't really hit the ground running. Raheem Sterling.
Mara Sterling with the Man U match, he was there.
Nkunku is injured even.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling
City,
has
sorry.
been. He started well, and then he went off the radar. He's just blowing hot and cold. And then he came against City. He was firing. You know, obviously you're playing your old club. You know, you just want to prove a point, and
Yeah, there's
again
a-
he went back to sleep. You know, so
There's a lot of hot and cold across that team.
yeah, Gallagher as well.
You've got Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo is the worst, 'cause I think he would have been.
Because the days that he plays well, you're like, wow,
Yeah.
this boy can play. He looks like a world beater. He looks like the player they got from Benfica. And then there's other times where Enzo Fernandez might as well not be there.
I wonder what happens. in
Yeah,
the
and
background.
Palmer, I think he's putting in a shift, but a lot of his work sort of
goes
like
to waste.
goes to waste because obviously
Yeah.
there's not
Yeah,
much.
he looks
that
like
is-
he's playing on his own at times.
Yes, that's what I mean.
And then which then asks you or begs the question on and we spoke about this on the show the other day, that you are at Chelsea, you had somebody like Ross Barkley who's doing decently well
At Luton.
at Luton, right?
But I think that's down to him, because it's not like Chelsea got rid of really great players in the past, Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah, whatever. But I don't think that's down to Chelsea getting rid of top class talent and like not recognizing the talent that they have in their side. They weren't performing at Chelsea. So
And
did
also, Marco, you
their
can,
mentality change when they like, you know what, it wasn't happening for me at Chelsea. I have to work harder wherever I am now.
But then that
But
begs the
also-
question that means that there must be something at Chelsea that is just not clicking.
Pochettino.
There wasn't.
So is it Poch?
I don't know. It was Tuchel. It was Graham Potter. Graham Potter can't be that bad a manager. He
Actually
built
did
this
better
Brighton side.
than
Grant, look,
than
some-
Poch.
De Zerbi's
Some
doing
man-
wonders at Brighton, but
some managers are small team managers. They
David
just
Moyes.
excel in small teams.
But also, if we're being fair, and I think I've said this on the show before, that the problems that Chelsea have literally point to one person and one person only.
Which is
Todd Boehly.
Todd Boehly.
with the man.
What did he do wrong?
well,
Ever since
he
his arrival.
came,
Yeah.
it's Tuchel who's failed, Potter who's failed, Poch has failed.
Yeah, I think it's
But
very
don't you-
difficult to
yeah.
take over a team that was so structured. You know, take over everything and then have to steer it to a different direction. You know, it was
Especially
always
'cause
going to
it's
be
not baseball.
you know. And let's be honest, the previous owner was hands on. You know, he knew what he was doing.
Oh, no, he didn't mess around.
That's the
He
thing.
did not. Roman Abramovich did not mess around. He knew what he wanted.
He was the first manager I ever saw who would just go through. He was the first owner who I saw who would go through managers. It seems like almost everyone does that now. If you're not performing, you're out.
Yeah.
But he was the first where it was like, shoo.
But then his managers, the ones that he was going through, whether it's a polyfiller manager or 3-year contract, you delivered. If you don't, you out. The next guy who comes in will at least win me a cup.
But then that's his
nyana.
persona also. You see, he's a no.
Yeah, and also the changes that
BS
were made at
person.
Chelsea. I think there were just so many players that were brought in, you know, and so many players left, and which makes it a lot difficult to get the squad to gel together.
But how long though, Super Sub?
But also the other thing
know.
is, now it's not even about having time because
Yeah.
they're in financial trouble. So and Man United helped them out in a big one because they bought, and before they bought Mason Mount, I said on the show, don't buy Mount. We don't need him right now, right away. Get him for free next window. They paid £50 million for that player. He's missed 17 games through injury this season. So, you know, it seems like Man United and Chelsea need me there to advise a little bit.
And I think
so,
it
my
also
friend.
goes to show that just because you do have the money does not necessarily translate to you being successful.
And they don't have the money. That's the thing. They don't have money that they're allowed
That's why
to
they were
spend.
giving. That's why
Now-
they're giving players these long
Yeah.
Contracts, yeah.
Unless I want to differ with you.
Let's hear.
Roman had money. and his money brought him success.
Yes, but some people are not able to.
Before
like,
financial fair
and
play.
I'm going to go back to that cheating girlfriend. She's probably cheating on you with a guy who does not even have like that Lambo that you are driving. But she's okay there. She'll stay there. Anyway.
Hey, I agree. You can lay pipe.
Not your four pipes. Not your four
Full
pipes.
pipe. Yes, in the Lamborghini.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But guys, I just think that there's an American approach to managing, and I look at it. It's mostly American owners who seem to come into the Premier League and things just go south. It's the same thing with the Glazers. Luckily for Usmanov is not
Liverpool's doing fine.
Yeah, Liverpool
Yeah,
has got
they-
American
Fenway.
owners as well.
Fenway, yes. Arsenal, they're American as well, the owners. But it had to come to a point whereby the big owner that everybody did not like at some point had to stay away from
The comings and goings
the
and the
comings
happenings.
and goings. And that's when Edu came through. And it's
Edu
like,
has done well.
yes.
Phenomenally well.
You know, so Todd Boehly, and I still go back to what I said on this pod. I think when we started, the Russian lady who was the director, I think she was, yes,
Yeah, we've mentioned her name
I
before.
just forgot her name is. The minute also she left, because I think had she stayed behind, maybe there would have been some level of reproach for Chelsea to actually like get what they get the right manager, get the right players.
Sort of similar to when Sir Alex Ferguson left Manchester United. There were too many changes who went out with him.
Yeah, but for an organization like that to really, really rely on a person, it's
dangerous.
it's
Okay,
dangerous.
let's stop talking about Chelsea because we've gone on about them for a while. Let's
Okay, let's
talk
talk about
Liverpool.
Man U.
No, let's talk about Liverpool because we're still on the Carabao Cup tip. We'll get to
Marina,
Man U.
that's her name.
Marina? Okay. Sounds like a porn. never mind.
There's some sort of romance that we see in England. Like English football, there's this romantic thing about the Premier League. There's a romantic thing about English football. And the romance suggests this is Liverpool's year to say goodbye to Klopp, who has been a phenomenal servant for them. Not that they were awful under the Celtic manager. What's his name?
Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers. They weren't awful under him. They had that Suarez Sturridge combination going during his
And Sterling.
era. Yeah, and then Gerrard had that slip against Chelsea where Demba Ba scored against them and that threw away the league title for them. But I think that the romance suggests that this is Klopp's year.
To win the
Is
quadruple.
it though?
No, I wouldn't say to win the quadruple. It's difficult.
Because that's what they're
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
That's
They're on for one.
Yeah,
They
of course.
can.
It sounds like a nice story.
Well, they came close the previous season.
Because now they're in Europa League.
Yeah, they can
So
take Europa League.
they're surely favorites for Europa League. I think
I'm fencing
currently
them for a treble, eh?
you look at the fixtures in the Premier League, they're favorites for the Premier League.
Leverkusen will have a lot to say about that.
Yeah, but but I think Liverpool will be favorites still for the Europa League.
Based on the experience.
Benfica's also there.
AC Milan is also there.
AC Milan's also there. So there's teams to play in Europa League, don't get me wrong. And also the Premier League's not an easy one. I mean, Manchester City's still around. Arsenal's playing phenomenal football.
Of course.
It's got like 26 goals. You know,
It's
I
crazy.
can't stop watching Arsenal.
And they had
highlights.
0 shot on target against Porto. I'm like,
How do you-
how?
I don't understand what happened
Yeah.
there. And when Porto scored at the final second or final minute, I was like,
Pepe
look at
happened.
this. What's happening?
Also, I think it's probably like being like they got kind of when you go to a stage and then you freeze. There's a phrase but like
Stage fright.
they got stage fright. The
But
dragao
how though? Against Porto.
Dragao is not an easy one. It's not one of the easiest
Yes,
places. to go.
United
I
will
remember they
know.
were dominating
Yeah.
that match
Penny
also.
McCarthy.
Penny McCarthy.
Yeah.
For ballers who
it
are
is
interested, I see there's a lot.
He's caught in between on some like
It's not worth it.
Ballers talking about these FA Cup fixtures and what's going on. If you're interested in my bets, I chose not to bet on the Bournemouth versus Leicester City game because I feel like Leicester's doing great things in the Championship. And Bournemouth favourites for that game, rightfully so. They are a Premier League side and they play good football. But I chose not to go on that fixture because I think it's up and down. I went for Newcastle to beat Blackburn Rovers. I went for Manchester City to beat Luton. And then I also placed a bet on
Luton
the
to me is
City's
like a
already
Fulham.
winning 1-0.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Come
and
now.
I think he needs to prove
It's
himself,
City.
and this is the perfect game because he was told if he does not hit the ground running, I need. It was Pep who was actually talking about Jack Grealish, saying that, dude, you started I think almost like 31 games last season.
Yeah, it was very.
This time I think only 16 starts, and it's not because I don't like you, but it's because your output does not warrant me to give you starts.
Is he still drunk from the hangover from the
Probably.
Champions League
That's
celebrations?
exactly what I was thinking.
Even now.
Play hard.
Okay. Moving on. Let's go to Premier League action. And congratulations to Liverpool
Oh, yes.
and
Big
the
ups.
Carabao.
We never really give them their flowers.
And really great to see a young side win the final of a competition that is designed for young players.
It's nice.
A competition that is designed to give minutes to young players. A lot of big Premier League sides and some of the smaller ones as well play their first team because it's an opportunity to win a trophy. But in years gone by, the League Cup, known now as the Carabao Cup, was a league designed for the youngsters to play. So really nice to see, and congratulations to Liverpool.
Well
It's
done.
been a hard time to be a Man
He
United
saw Van
fan.
Dijk, how excited he was. He was jumping
Yeah,
on the
no,
walls.
definitely.
No,
That's
it's,
nice.
and it's well deserved. They've
Yeah,
they've
shame.
had a great season so far, and it's nice to see Klopp go with one trophy. As a Man United fan, I hope it ends there. But what can I say? My team need to do their own work to stop these sort of things happening.
Shame.
Okay, let's move on to Arsenal because they had
Arsenal
Premier League.
again. Eh?
What can I say?
They're doing well, man. Eh?
Oh, they're
Look
killing
at
it.
Premier League.
And you know, there's nothing nicer than having a team that scores an average of like 3-4
Yeah.
every match, you know?
Except in Portugal. It's
Yeah,
not so
that's
easy
the
there.
only time that they were really struggling. But you see them really coming to the party.
There's-
They came to work.
There's a lack of Champions League experience in that Arsenal squad.
I don't think. Wait.
I don't think.
Only Jesus when he was at City.
And Jorginho played
Jorginho for
for Chelsea, played in Champions
Shame, it
League.
was so nice to see Jorginho come back, eh?
Yeah,
Or I don't know if Odegaard managed to get some minutes while he was still at Real Madrid.
not in Champions League knockouts.
Oh, okay.
I think that's about Saliba. No.
Saliba, no.
Yeah, so there's not much Champions League.
Zinchenko.
Yeah, Zinchenko at City, obviously.
So it's basically all the players that come from City that have got Champions.
Oh,
and
Kai
the-
Havertz.
and Kai Havertz. Yes. So Chelsea and Man City players who have that Champions League experience.
Yeah, there's
Like-
not much Champions League experience in the Arsenal side. I mean, Declan Rice didn't know what to do.
He's got Europa Conference experience.
He's got the medal.
That too. But no, big ups to how they are applying themselves in the league. What I really enjoy about them is goals can come from anywhere. They not
And for the first time in forever, I mean, I don't remember an Arsenal side scoring goals from set pieces this way.
yes.
And they actually now are the team that has the most goals from set pieces. I think
Yes.
they're sitting on like 16 or something. That's
And
crazy.
that is interesting. And you have to give it up to Mikel Arteta and his team because when you're scoring goals from set pieces, that is down to management.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Tony Pulis's West Brom sides and his Stoke sides and things like that. There weren't top players there. You can't say, the players are the ones scoring the goals, whatever. Tony Pulis made sure his teams got goals from set pieces. And that is the mark of a very good manager, well-organized team when you're going to score goals from set pieces and you're not conceding goals from set pieces. So well done to the set piece coach there at Arsenal and to Mikel Arteta and the rest of his staff.
Excellent.
Because that is free goals. You know, that is points that add up at the end of a season if you do well with your set pieces.
Yeah.
And Declan Rice has been a phenomenal signing with regard to that because he's been pivotal in that role.
Definitely.
In terms of his contributions from the set pieces as well.
Yeah, Manchester City just doubled their lead.
Yeah, to mention it.
Obvious. Obvious.
Always give update in this show.
Thank you,
Come
friend.
on.
And then
I'll keep quiet.
I want to finish on Man United because there's a lot to say about them. Everton's point deduction now only 6 instead of the 10. That pushes them up the table. I'm happy to see that.
I was reading an article that the case is not over yet.
But
Okay.
as for now, they've
For now,
reduced
it's only
the
6.
But that's not bad then, because they still have some type of, ability to at least just push themselves up further.
Do you think it's I think if you're a Liverpool fan, you're going to look at this and be like, who's Manchester City's in trouble, Everton's in trouble. If you're a Liverpool fan, you say, don't go easy on them. Don't go easy on them. Take them down.
Look, for the game, yes, I
For the
know,
jersey.
I know City is busy whipping out checkbooks left, right, and center. So did Everton, but like just for the game, for the legacy,
For the
like,
skipper.
it's like it's. I wouldn't want to see City lose points. To be fair with you, neither
That
would
would
I
be
like
detrimental
to
to City,
I would.
see
especially
Chelsea.
now.
One thing
Well,
for sure, I don't
I'd
think
love
what-
to see Manchester City win the championship next
Do you
season.
really think
You've got jokes.
the integrity of the league? If that was to happen, and because some people are talking about City being stripped titles, it's the integrity of the league will be into the gutters.
You'll
I'm
be in
telling you.
shambles.
Jose Mourinho will be there posing with his medal.
5
With
years
Man
later.
United.
I'm coming to get it. I'm coming to get
Yeah.
it.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah,
But,
no, I
let's
hope
see-
that doesn't happen.
Let's see how it pans
No,
out.
it's, to strip teams of titles is ridiculous.
because it's happened.
Points
it's happened.
deductions make sense when you've done.
Yeah, look,
But
I mean,
fine.
especially if it's match fixing, that's something else.
I think
So
it
you're
would-
not a fan of the financial fair play regulation? This is coming from a Manchester City fan, by the way.
No,
never
not
know
to
what
say
that
that
is.
I'm not a fan. I'm just saying that if there are like breaches, yeah, by all means. But what I'm saying is, the harsher punishments for me should be if you are match fixing. If you are still playing 11 against 11 fairly so, without influencing the game by other means.
Yeah. I think
then the authorities needs to be harsh on the team. I think Juventus was stripped titles because of winning the game outside the
The
pitch.
Calciopoli. Yes.
So that I understand, but other than that, look,
guys, mamelang, listen to me. Ne? So instead of teams getting stripped points within the league, within the season, how about come the beginning of the season, then whichever team has had their discretions, so they started a deficit.
You know how
They started a
discouraging
minus.
that's
It's the
going
same
to
thing.
be.
It's the same
I
thing,
think,
basically.
Look,
Same thing.
a financial penalty is fine.
I mean, I agree completely with match fixing, etc. We saw it with Juventus being charged with match fixing when they had the most powerhouse team in Italian football, and then you see all of a sudden Del Piero, Buffon.
no, I think he's the only one who left. Who
No,
did
no,
not
no,
go.
no. There's a few that were in the Serie B. There's quite a few top players.
Oh, I thought you mean
including-
those who left Juventus.
No. So the players,
those who went down,
those
They
who
went
went
down
down
with
with
them, yes,
Juventus,
yes,
and you
yes,
saw
yes.
them, and that's completely rightly so. If you're paying referees, if you're doing all of this nonsense, you must get relegated. End of story.
Done.
But I agree. I don't like the financial fair play regulations because they were designed to protect the integrity of football, right? But what they're actually doing is protecting heritage franchises. Because what it means is that you need to be able to show that you've made enough money to be spending the money that you're spending, which means Manchester United will always be allowed to outspend everybody because Manchester United make more money than everyone else because they're a heritage franchise.
it's like
So that's my issue with
embracing-
financial fair play is that it doesn't actually keep the league competitive. It actually will make it less competitive.
It makes the rich richer and the poor poorer.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't really like the way it's structured now, but it is important to put limitations on what these guys are spending because guys have come in like Roman Abramovich. I think he started it where they came in and they just spent freely and it changed football. It meant that it doesn't matter what fair wages are. This team, if they want a player, they'll come pay what is stupid money just to get the player to go there.
Technically,
And
we
it
can
changed the
argue that
game.
it was,
Naturally, the
it was
player will
Perez
go.
who started this.
Is it PSG?
It was Florentino Perez with the Galacticos.
No, but Real Madrid made money. Real Madrid have never been in financial issue.
No, I'm speaking about the free spending. Like taking out big money to buy big superstars. Like when the Figos went there, Zizou was there, David Beckham was there, Michael
Roberto
Owen was
Carlos.
there, Roberto Carlos. It's. I think Real Madrid started the whole trajectory thing of like just throwing money at the problem.
And speaking of Real Madrid right now, now that you've mentioned it, so people are also saying the same thing. They share the sentiments of, gosh, it's so unfair. Now they're going to just literally have everyone. So then that would mean that La Liga is not going to be as competitive.
Whose fault is that?
We are asking.
It's Barcelona's
fault.
Barca.
It's their own fault for not managing their finances correctly because they should be equally wealthy.
That season when they brought Messi back.
But
they
isn't Real
actually
Madrid
killed
also
themselves.
financed by the government?
They did. And apparently he still draws a
Isn't
salary
Madrid
from
also
Barcelona.
financed by the
I
government?
read an article about that.
Not
Actually.
necessarily. There is.
Sorry, there's two conversations going at the same time. Sorry about that.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I just want to understand because I know
Both
that.
Barcelona and Real Madrid receive funds from the government.
So it's not only Madrid.
It's not
also
only Real
Barca.
Madrid. It's also
And
Barcelona.
they've got the lion's
Okay.
share
But-
of the TV rights.
But in saying that, it's not like they're getting donations from the government, etc. The government is paying them for their contribution to tourism in the country. So those two clubs
They
make
are La
the
Liga,
country
those two
money.
clubs.
They attract the interest in tourism. So that's where that funding comes from.
Kind of like what Royal AM is supposed to be doing
For
in
KZN.
Peter Maritzburg. Yes. Hence I said kind of like.
Who's gonna try?
You talk about very powerful people when.
And
they know where you live.
I saw a documentary meme.
I'm gonna.
You know what? This is a great
climb
comment.
on the bus to go to Durban to watch Royal AM. Stay there in Mhlanga.
It must be nice.
Londwa in the comments saying Rangers got deducted 4 leagues down and made it back in 3 seasons back to the Scottish League.
I remember
that?
they
That
also
story,
in,
yeah.
they were
That's
also
a
in
good
that.
story. That's a good point, Londwa.
But was
on
it
the-
was it match fixing? I don't
How
remember.
the situation with Rangers.
He can
was.
tell us. He can tell us. But I don't remember.
But I just remember there was a couple of seasons whereby kind of what's a derby called again? Between Rangers and
The
Celtic.
Celtic.
I just forgot the name, but yes, it was said not to actually see that derby because it's one of those. It's a legacy derby that was proper to watch back in the days.
Well, it's back.
Okay, so we move, my friend.
The old film.
So
The
old firm
Firm,
derby. There you go.
yes.
And the reason they were, I'll look it up. Let's go to our picks for the weekend. Notts Forest have to host Liverpool.
Liverpool for the win.
I agree. Although it's Calvert-Lewin.
Mm.
Am I right?
No,
it's
Carlton
Gibbs
is
White.
at Everton.
The Gip white boy
Yes.
who's
yes,
eating
yes.
milli milli.
Yeah, that's the story.
He's eating pap.
He got a Afrikaans
Pap.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
there.
the David.
Oh,
Hey,
yes, and
hey,
he was saying, oh, yes, I actually saw that. Yeah, that was so cute, though.
hey, but
Yeah,
I,
Morgan
I,
Gibbs
I,
White.
I
And
saw
he says,
her.
even
Hey,
eat it for breakfast. That was so cute.
I saw the girl. Hey.
Hey, relax, super sub. Calm down.
You don't play for Forest.
Rugby wives there.
Can't I admire?
Yeah, it's
Ah,
got a
you
young
can.
Maralista.
Marco says the man who was going to Cape Verde for the past 2
He's
weeks.
still going.
I hope my face is delaying my passport.
Still going.
Yeah, I think all of us are looking at a Liverpool win there, hey?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
Unanimously.
Liverpool are flying. Burnley versus Bournemouth.
Bournemouth for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, shame.
Super
Burnley,
sub, even though
guys.
Bournemouth have the game tonight,
It's gonna be a tough one.
it's going to be a tough one.
At this point,
As-
Burnley,
Both teams to score.
at this point, Burnley can't even score, even if you had to send them to a strip club.
Yeah, I don't think I would take that.
You pay for them to be at the strip club. They can't
They
even
still
score.
won't score.
Wow.
Dang.
Damn. Man. That's harsh.
Yeah, I don't see anything for Burnley. I think Burnley is the team that's
They're
gone.
just gonna
They
burn.
might as well already start planning their championship season next season.
Yep.
They might as well not fire their manager.
And he must try again.
And
Yeah,
he
because he's
can
got
come
the
back.
experience down there. He's
Yeah,
got the formula
might as
to
well
bring
keep
them
him.
up.
Might as well keep him
Yep.
and let him gain some experience. Vincent
Some would
Kompany.
say they can call on Big Sam.
Big Sam
For
can't even
the-
save Burnley. This is
No.
finished now.
It's too far
You can
gone.
Done.
call all the Avengers. They won't
Too far
save
gone
them.
already.
They gone.
Maybe if Big Sam came in November.
Yeah, it's too far
Then
gone.
I'd
Burnley at
say-
home. Let's see. I think maybe they might just cause an upset there.
Nah, I don't see it.
Doubted.
I doubt it. Brentford versus Chelsea. Brentford
At
at
this
home.
point, at this point,
It could be a draw.
I'm
eh?
gonna put money on Burnley to win. Actually,
okay.
I see a draw.
Okay, I'm gonna put money on Brentford. I was slightly not hectically impressed with them against West Ham, but the game was very interesting.
Yeah.
And I like how, yes, they got nibbled, but they fought to the end. Brentford. It's just that Jared Bowen was just
it was on
I'll
fire.
go under 3.5 for Brentford
No,
versus
I
Chelsea.
say the bees, and it's going to be a draw for me.
Yeah.
Nah, I think
under
Brentford-
3.5. I don't
Yeah.
think there's goals in this game.
for me Brentford to win, even if it's by a solitary goal.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
If they do win, I'd see it as a 1-0. Everton versus West Ham.
I'm going with West
West
Ham.
Ham.
I'm going to go with West Ham as well, although Everton might be on a little bit of a bump with the
shame.
I'm
news.
gonna go with Everton at home.
Everton at home, Sean Dykes.
I'm gonna
But
go
West
with
Ham
Everton.
are playing again. Finally,
Yeah, but
they got that win for 2024.
Yeah, but the last match at Everton, you saw literally in the first half. Who were they playing on the weekend?
They were playing Crystal. Wait, they don't play Crystal Palace.
Were they playing? No.
This
No.
past weekend.
But literally the first half, they were just... wait, wasn't Everton playing Arsenal?
No.
No,
Arsenal
no.
was
Was playing
playing against
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Oh, I'm talking Newcastle. They're not Everton. Okay, no, continue.
Everton drew with
Everton drew with Brighton.
Oh, okay, no. So it's Newcastle.
So I don't know. It's a tough one because West Ham played very well in their win against Brentford last night.
Yeah, no, that was.
I
Lots
didn't
of goals
see it.
in that. I don't think Sean Dykes will let that happen. And also West Ham were at home. But I just fancy West Ham to now recover and start flying again. I think they went through their dip. They got their win. They're coming back out of it. Manchester City versus Manchester United.
We
City.
know. Obvious.
Okay.
But there are going to be
please-
goals.
Over
Please have-
3.5.
They're going to
I
be
put
goals,
it.
though.
Please, guys, please have respect for me.
What? We said obvious. The obvious could be Man United winning the game.
You know it's not. Please have some respect. I come here, I try hard, it's late at night, and then you treat me like this.
Okay, 3.5.
Our
over.
whole captain.
Over 3.5, Man United to not score.
You said it. The score could be 2-2.
I
No.
see goals,
Man
my
United
friend.
will score,
Yeah.
maybe, but there's goals in this. The way Man United defend, City gonna punish them.
Yeah, and you can see with some of the players that are rested tonight that, like your dog who is not playing right now, I think.
Injured.
And Man United don't defend as a team. We saw it against Fulham, too many chances.
That was a
Is
disappointment.
it not going to hamper prep for the return? But I suppose the return
3-0.
against Copenhagen is like,
It's a dead rubber.
It's done.
yeah, it's done. Okay.
It's done.
You can play. Do you guys have babies there by City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you-
Boys.
Have you heard of Bob?
Man United can
Oh, and Bob
concentrate.
is
Man United can concentrate on the
When they what?
FA Cup fixture tomorrow night.
Who they playing tomorrow, FA?
Nottingham Forest.
They're playing Forest.
They can concentrate on Forest tomorrow night, and then skip the
And
weekend.
just rest.
Just pull a Swallows. Don't honor the fixture. Just don't show up.
Rest.
Just don't show up for Manchester Derby.
Stray bullets being caught by the poor Swallow.
And that is our wrap for our Betway picks for the weekend. Last bits of news, guys, as we start wrapping up. Kylian Mbappe having meetings with the PSG higher ups. Nothing to see there.
Wasn't he?
They can
also
offer
he
him
Was
the
invited by
president,
the president
by
to...
Emmanuel
the president
Macron.
of yeah,
Yes, I also heard something along those lines.
and met with the Qatari owners of PSG, whatever. So obviously a lot of rumors that they're gonna offer him land and
So
Land
we're doing
where?
this thing
land
again.
in France. They'll offer him 20% of the land in France. Give him all of Normandy. Give
No
him
way.
And he will
give
have
him
Papa.
governance over the state.
Has the boy become bigger than French football? In a way?
I think he's created a brand that is a powerful one.
They're not actually going to offer him land,
Of course
obviously.
not.
Yes.
But
No, but I'm just
I-
saying
I
that
think-
for him to be moving and head of state will be rolling, you know?
Crazy,
It's
right?
What's wrong?
Crazy.
Cyril Ramaphosa can meet with
after his
Ronwen Williams.
But Ronwen Williams
But
just
if Ronwen says, woman free.
just achieved something. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like
Kylian
this was.
Mbappe won a World Cup though.
Yeah, but you can meet after the World Cup. Why are you waiting so long to meet? After he says, I'm leaving France.
Macron was busy.
With the anyway.
Yeah, with
I think
Yeah.
he's become, he's
Did Mbappe
become-
win a World Cup?
yes, he did.
It was that Sasa.
2018.
Oh, okay.
He was in the team along with Griezmann and Pogba.
Yeah.
Hugo Lloris was also
Yeah.
part of that team.
When the team that beat was it Argentina in the
No,
final?
they beat Croatia in
Croatia in
the
the
final.
final
Yes,
after
right.
they've beat Argentina in the semis, right?
Something along those lines,
Yeah.
I think, yes.
Okay. Well, Kylian Mbappe his name's already on the back of my
He's
shirt.
that
Yeah.
guy.
Nah, it's gone. They should
Hey,
let him
no,
go.
that
It's
we
Real
know.
Madrid.
That we know. It's just a matter of
And when they get Alphonso Davies as well, and
who also looks like a probability that he's going to leave Bayern and go to Real as well.
yeah, might not be this summer, maybe next summer.
Yeah, because if they're gonna get Mbappe this summer, I mean, rumor has it that they're gonna have to let go one of the front two,
And
in
even the
Vini and
reserve
Rodrigo.
and the reserve goalkeepers are flying. You might Courtois might even not find his way back into the Real Madrid side.
'Cause
Then you've
now
got
they're just gonna create a situation where it does not make financial sense, you know.
and you look at that side. You look at Real Madrid and you look at Arda Güler in terms of coming up. You've got Vinny Jr., Rodrigo, Kylian Mbappe.
Bellingham.
But if
Jude
Rodrigo goes,
Bellingham.
because he's not really much of a, he's a great player in a sense, but he hasn't really been like much of a starter than Vinny is. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah, but he's a player.
He's good also.
But this Mbappe, but
And then-
unless they can have them both, and then
They'll have the three. That three will be their front three.
and then
Mbappe-
Jude can play a
It's going
false
to be
nine.
Mbappe, Bellingham, and Vinny.
But I think Jude will play behind them. He'll play more of a box-to-box role, etc.
Okay.
Then you've got Camavinga, Chumeni.
Oh.
You've got Real Madrid's to
And you've,
fire.
and,
It's
you've
a
got
lot.
and you've got a salary list that is most likely going to be.
that
The
only Real
economy
Madrid
of
can
a
play
small
for.
country.
Let's see how fair just FFP is.
Well, I think that first of all, they're getting world-class players for free.
Yeah, that's what they can.
Alphonso Davies will
That's
be
what
free.
they pumped up the signing on fee.
Yeah. They can get Kylian Mbappe for free.
But they need to
and Mbappe's wages that he'll be joining Real Madrid with now is less than Real Madrid offered him a year ago.
That's the story.
Yes, that bit I remember. But hey,
Hey,
it is what it is.
It is Real Madrid. It is Onside ZA. It is the end of our stream. Ballers, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for staying onside with us in Betway. Thank you, Len Moleko. Thank you, Tepi, darling.
thank you, babes.
Thank you, Super Sub.
Danko.
Remember to be onside with us in Betway. Don't be offside. Be onside.
And also, the ballers mustn't forget to follow us on our different
Yes.
social media platforms. On Twitter, we are there, or X as it's called these days. Onside ZA. On Instagram, Onside ZA. on Instagram
We
again.
are also on TikTok.
on TikTok. And
And
you can
Facebook.
also follow Super Sub at supersub_onside ZA on Instagram.
Love it.
Yeah, and they
Danko.
can tag us and tell us if they want to do the meet and greet at the derby.
Let's do that. It's going to be fun.
Thank you, ballers. We'll get into your comments a little bit more next time. Sorry, a lot to talk about today,
Yeah.
but that has been all from us. Stay on side, don't be offside. Danko.
Means thank you. We out.